Right, my people, now welcome back to Prince TV. For those of you when you be like so, una never subscribe, wanna try to subscribe. And for those of you be like so, una don't subscribe, so I see no handwork. Thank you guys for subscribing to this amazing platform. All right, so in this particular video, I'll give you guys the update about the decree, everything that concerns the decree. You understand? So everything that concerns the immigration law, I'm going to craft it again in this particular video. So just stay a little bit, have time to read this, get this update and know how this particular new decree, which they have finally signed to be law, how it's going to work and how everything is going. Though we have made this video, but many posts did not understand. But now, do I'm in a way where we say this video carry many content when it like say it will benefit you, maybe for know your rights, you understand? All right, so I discovered say about the last video when I come to talk about Matteo Salvini, how it did a block immigrants. I come to see say get some of the Judas when they be like say they don't like me when they talk about Matteo matter because they not they follow Matteo Salvini. They don't know how Salvini take the disgrace us. They give Italian and I make that kind of person go they talk that kind of thing because as far as say we there for Italy, don't mean say that is in as far as we there for Italy, not really mean say you know we not get right or anything. If I say we be the immigrants when they for the countryside, we can't do plenty. We like say the work not reach our hand, everybody, and not really mean say people go just they take us for granted. We still get life. Even African countries, it gets some of Italian when they act as migrants. You understand? So you when it be like say you be black person, your brother they come out they try to explain give you because it get many people be saying this update of a thing early morning like this 6 o'clock they don't come up for house. They not get the time to go they read for internet, go they see what it happen for the country where they did. And then you see person when they give you the update, see how everything they happen for parliament, see what it happen. And you come out on the road Piccoloni, they talk this kind of thing. It not make sense. So guys, more they respect ourselves. They say respect is reciprocal. So more they respect ourselves because nobody be mugu. Or we all went there for Italian side, we get sense, you understand? So not come out on the challenge person waiting they talk because it not make sense like that, you understand? So if you don't get your documents, people when it be like they never get documents, you go still let them make the benefit for the news. You understand? That is why I said if the news is not beneficiary to you, help me send an ad so that people when need and they'll get the update as it happen. You understand? We dey Italy not mean say we be mugu. We need to know our rights. Many people they suffer for this document issue of a thing. You understand? Many people they suffer for document issue. So we need to state the issue as it be so. The man when he like say they stand against immigrants, they say may they not give us document. When the new government they try to do something when good, and then we try to let una know okay, see what happened today for the parliament. Oh, now we take do bad. We not just do bad. You understand? Now to give updates. So if you not concern you, share give people when it concern. Judas not good. So you understand? More not they make some people not they try to be like Judas because. That kind of thing not make sense. So without wasting time, we'll enter more see how it be.
Prince TV.
Alright guys, so now let's kick in and see how the article look like. So you understand? Alright, it said here, the new decree brings major changes related to permanency, the sojourner, citizenship, the reception system, and then international protection. However, alright, it said here, the security decree known as Salvini decree had radically changed the rules on reception of asylum seekers or a rescue at sea, citizenship and then asylum in Italy. All right, so now let's kick in more so that you guys can get the whole update about this new decree. All right, he said here, what does the new law changes? You understand? So now let's see the changes that have been made on this new Decreto di Sicurezza. All right, he said here, the new decree brings major changes related to permanency, the sojourner, citizenship, the reception system, and the international protection. Here below, you can find some of the most significant ones. You understand? All right, he said, permanency, the sojourner, more permanency cannot be converted into a motive of work. You understand? So now let's start for the one of the permanency, the sojourner now, which can be converted now to motive of work. So if you have any type of permanency sojourner which will be listed above here, then you should know and then have it in mind that you can convert them to a motive of work. You understand? All right, he said here, more type of permanency are allowed to convert to a motive of work. Requirements are met. This is valid for following type of permanency. Okay, now let's see this type of permanency. He said one here, protection speciale, calamita naturale, permesso per cura mediche, permesso per assistenza minore. So this type of 4 documents now, they already stated here first. You can convert this type of documents now into a motive of work. Okay, he said here, if you hold for 1 year of this permesso listed above, but you do not qualify for a permesso per motivo di lavoro, check with a legal expert the requirements for another type of permesso, such as permesso per motivo familiare or studio. You understand? All right, so it's trying to explain that, you know, this kind of permesso di soggiorno, which they stated here, this calamita naturale, permesso per cura mediche, permesso per assistenza minore, if there should be any of the reason that you're unable to convert this type of document because you must have contracts, and then you can still request for to convert it to familiare or for study reasons. You understand? I don't think this one is useful to we. All right, he said here, basically, this type of permesso can also be granted to people who may face a branch of their rights to private and family life. You understand? If sent back to their home countries. You understand? So now, this particular type of protection, which is now known as special protection, is also meant for people who will face risk or face downgrading like tortures based on family issues. They are allowed to get this kind of permesso. So at the end of this video, I'll try to explain to you guys. Most of you will be going for commission with the experience I have already studied based on this new decreto, so that I will tell you guys most of the tip you have to use as well. So stay tuned and then finish this video with me. All right, he said here, okay, he said this means that if you have family ties or you are well integrated in a social life in Italy, you may be eligible for this permesso. You see what I'm saying? So if, for example, you dey for Italy, you don't work, you dey participate some things, you dey go school for years, so you get certificates, you need to do something good. That is why it's good to, like, if you come the country, just find one or two things do. Just look for something to do. If you have participated or do anything, even if you have already worked and then the work is not existing again, provided that once upon a time you have worked here in Italy, is recorded there in your codice fiscale that this person have participated one or two things. So if for this reason, this kind of permesso di soggiorno can be granted to you as well. So let's go forward and hear more. All right, he said here, this is not valid if the person is considered a threat to national security, public order, and health. You understand? All right, he said the law is recent and we still need to understand what it means and how it will work in practical. But we'll share more updates soon. All right, so now that is to let you know, you see, if tomorrow now I come again, I see new updates based on this new decreto di sicurezza going to the ministerial website, and come and give you guys this update again, people will be complaining saying that we are repeating video. This is how it looks like. The Italian government, they don't bring everything once. Every day going, they are bringing updates, and as well we have to let you guys know. You understand? That is why you subscribe to this platform, for me to let you know how everything is going. All right, okay, now let's go forward. He said permesso per calamita naturale. For those of you who are holding this permesso per calamita naturale, listen. He said here, condition to grant a permesso per calamita naturale slightly changed to a bit little more inclusive. This type of permesso can be granted in case of several natural disaster or other calamities. The permesso per calamita naturale will last 6 months and is renewable as long as the situation in your home country does not improve. You understand? So now you see, this calamita naturale is a document that lasts for 6 months and then can be renewable in as far that, you know, the problem is still on ground. You understand? All right, okay, let's go forward here. He said here, this permesso is now convertible to a work permit if eligible criteria are met, and is now allowed to stay in a reception center if spots are available. You understand? So if you have the calamita naturale, like I explained before, you can convert it to motive of work. And this kind of permesso, you can still request to stay in a reception center. You understand? Like camp. You understand? All right, okay, let's go forward so that we'll shorten this thing. Or if I should try to make this video 2 times, people will be complaining saying that we are repeating videos. You understand? You see the problem? All right, okay, now let's go forward here. He said here, permesso per cura mediche, the one of cura mediche. Listen, he said here, condition to grant a permesso per cura mediche also slightly changed to be a little bit more inclusive. It can now be granted to people who suffer from several physiological conditions or resulting from a serious pathology. So this Cura Medicae is a kind of document which is being given to people who suffer for a kind of like some diseases or kind of like some sickness, you understand? All right, he said here, its duration is equal to the estimated time required for therapeutic treatments. This permesso can be renewed as long as you can prove you still suffer from the physiological condition or the serious pathology. So that is to let you know that this kind of permesso di soggiorno, which is known as Cura Medicae, if you have it, if the problem is still existing, the person is still having the particular problem that made them to give that person that Cura Medicae based on the doctor report, you can still get this permesso di soggiorno renewed. You understand? All right. So that is why it's very much important. Let me throw this light here. If you have this kind of permesso, just fast look for a contract to change this document into a motive of work, because if it happens to be the reason why they give you these types of documents is not there again for you to renew, it might, if care is not taken, they will revoke the document. So if you have it, immediately renew it or change it to a motive of work. You understand? All right. Okay. Now let's go forward again. He said this permesso is convertible to a work permit if eligible criteria, all this kind of stuff like I explained before. He said, all right, he said, we suggest you to check with your lawyer if you have any question about your personal situation. So the guideline they still brought here, you know, to ask some question to your lawyers as well. You understand? All right, he said here, okay, iscrizione anagrafe. Okay, now let's go to the one of iscrizione anagrafe. This one, I no need to read them, but I need to just summarize for Namona, see how it be. But may not be like say we just cheat for this one. Might just give the article explain sharp. All right, he said here, the right for asylum seekers to register at the local registry of office anagrafe in Italian is now official, restored by the law. You can now register for inscription anagrafe at the registry office of your local municipalities, comune in Italy, with both a receipt that provide that you fill an asylum application as well as the 6-month permesso per richiesta di asilo. So that is to let you know, you all guys know all these updates already, that you can now make your carta d'identità, which is the resident, with the richiesta di asilo. So this one is very much clear for everybody. Okay, now let's go forward again. All right, he said here, reception system. Let's go for the one of the reception system. He said here, sistema di protezione per il titolari di protezione internazionale per minori stranieri non accompagnati. You understand? So this one at the right hand with Italian. He said, will be replaced by a new reception and an integration system. He said the reception and integration center will host a holder of international protection, refugee status, and subsidiary protection, asylum seekers, and then unaccompanied children. So that is to let you know that if you have already have this refugee status subsidiary document, you still have the right to remain in camp, not until you have something doing or you move straight to SPRA. Okay, now let's go forward again. He said here, if spots are not available in other keys of center, the holder of the following permesso will be allowed to stay in reception and integration accommodation. All right, so if there is no yet you don't have a kind of like a where to go after having this kind of permesso, you are still allowed to stay in the reception center. Okay, now let's listen to this type of permesso. It mentioned here, he said, protezione speciale, calamità naturali, protezione sociale, violenza domestico, particolare soffrimento, mamma mia. So you get many documents where like say idea so where they bring come out casi speciale, Cura Medicae, so many documents where like say idea so if you get this type of document, you still get the right to stay for inside this SPRA. So almost all the documents, if you have this kind of document like protezione speciale, subsidiary documents, asilo politico, casi speciale, Cura Medicae, calamità naturale, all these type of documents, you have right to stay in the reception as long as you want before going out state. So guys, as time goes on, we keep on breaking on this decreto di sicurezza. There are many things here, many articles there here when we like say we need to let una know, but ma summarize this one. Maybe some other time I will still bring one of the articles which they bring, you understand? So, you know, as they take they go now, so they take they change different kind of things. So now if you get any other new one where they bring again, we go still update you now, know how everything take they happen. And not be everything we go fit still cover. That is why we dey do the video step by step. You know, if you cover everything for one video, we do everything step by step. But in tanto, if you get any question, you feel drop your question for the comment section. We go answer you how it happen. If the question too strong, we'll describe the question, go for the Ministerio del Interno, then we'll go there, go find the solution to the question. So feel free to drop your question. If you like this video, try to hit the like button, share this video so that everybody will be carried along and know how everything is going. So stay blessed. Till next time again, I remain your boy Prince TV. Ciao.